Yeah. Welcome to the Real Life Shit Podcast, the realest hip hop podcast in the world. Hosted by everyone's favorite Nigerian, Ehizoje, aka the Anointed One. Go ahead, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. All you gotta do is spell my name right. That's Ehizoje. Again, that's Ehizoje. And go ahead and follow the podcast too. They got their own handle. That's RLS_podcast. Again, that is RLS_podcast. And on today's episode, I got two very special guests with me. They're two co-hosts, actually. So go ahead and tell the people who you is, what you be doing, and why they should follow you. Ladies first.
Ladies first.
My name is Loren Elle, and I be doing everything and nothing. I go to shows, I listen to good music, sometimes I model. That's it. LORENELLE on all of my platforms.
Welcome back to the podcast.
Thank you.
Welcome back. Yeah. I'm James.
My Libra.
Yeah, sister signs up in this motherfucker. Yeah. I'm James. I'm a Libra. I just be chilling, just trying to stay out of trouble. Yeah, that's it.
I mean, where could they find you on Instagram?
Oh, my @ name is King James Version. Nothing really special going on there, but if you're curious to look at my gram, boom, check it out. It's right there @ King James Version, like the Bible.
You got a photo page shoot, right?
A what?
A photo page.
I was just gonna say he's a photographer, y'all.
No, I'm not a photographer. It's just like a stupid hobby. It's like a little hobby. But yeah, it's a photo shoot. What is it? I think it's ISSA.
Photo shoot.
Yeah, ISA with a period, I think.
No. Issa like Issa Rae.
It's gonna be on the screen, y'all.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
He said, "Get it together."
It's been a while since all three of us have been on the pod together.
Been a cool minute.
NWA, you feel me?
Hey.
Niggas with attitude.
I got asked because, and I've said this on the last couple episodes, people have been saying I don't be asking how you guys are doing.
Oh.
How you guys doing?
Oh my goodness.
How's life? let me turn and face y'all.
Don't be asking how anyone's doing.
I like to get straight
You just
to
straight
work.
to business, man.
Because these pods be long. I be trying to make sure you guys have, time to go about your day and do what you need to do. But, how are you? Hi, my God, how you doing?
I'm doing great, brother.
That's good.
I'm never in a rush. So if we, once I'm in pod mode, I'm sitting down, I'm cozy. Like we're having a conversation.
Okay,
we're just recording a conversation. That's the only difference. You know what I mean? But I mean, it's been life, ups and downs, regular adulthood shit. But yeah, I'm great. I ain't never felt better.
What about you, Elle?
Things are good.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Things are really good.
Busy day today. What are we doing today? Let's talk about that. We can start there. We're recording this podcast, and what are we doing after?
I was gonna ask you if I could tag along to that Upland thing because May's gonna be on
Shout out
in a couple weeks.
Dr. May Malone.
But Mace having a little something. But you got family day, and I was just like, you know what? I guess I'm just gonna post up. So I guess I'm gonna.
You know what you're gonna do?
I'm gonna edit this podcast. I might be doing that. Yeah, we'll see.
Wait, what's going on? What's that?
I might be doing that.
Oh shit!
But
okay, off mic.
I'll tell you off mic. But yeah, I'll edit this podcast. Watch some Olympics because it's going on. But regular day. August is gonna be crazy. There's a lot of shit going on in August.
For you,
so
yeah.
All right, cool.
That's nice.
What are you guys doing?
In August or today?
Today.
Oh.
His question.
Recording this podcast with the homies. Then I might go home, take a little pit stop. Then I might go with my family, me and my cousins, my little cousins. We've been spending a hell of time together over the past maybe 3 months. Our grandfather, rest in peace, passed away. Wasn't super close with him, but we've been trying to, spend time with each other leading up to it. We've been taking care of him, and I taught him spades. And it went from like they were like just learning spades and understanding the game to now they're like screaming and talking shit and slamming cards, and that makes me a proud big cousin. So we're gonna go over and play some spades. Then I'm going to go to the club later tonight. Not because I want to be outside, but I left my debit card there.
Oh my God.
So I was like, all right, I have to
Which
go.
club?
Continental Club. It's close. It's the Continental Club is the venue. The party is Close Friends.
The one in downtown?
Yeah.
Did you close out when you left it?
Yeah, I closed out. I've been monitoring my bank account. Nobody spent money. But since I'm gonna be there, I might as well just be outside.
I might go link with you, man. Cause
pull I have an extra ticket. It's just free. It's free before 11 p.m. So
it's Close Friends tonight.
It's tonight.
Okay, say less.
It's,
Yeah.
I have an extra RSVP. It's free before
I've
11.
been to close friends in like since the homie's birthday when he hosted his shit. So
All right, well, yeah, shit. We got something to do.
okay. Lauren, what you on today?
Today, we're doing this, and then we're going to be off to the IE to celebrate a friend's going away.
Shout out Riverside.
Shout out to the Reds.
Congrats to the friend that's getting out of Riverside.
Yep, they're going to continue their schooling, and we love that for them. So,
You know who I learned from the IE this weekend or this week? That white girl,
I
Bobby.
knew you were going to say that.
Yeah,
I knew
she's
it.
one of y'all.
You know, when she first popped off, I had like reservations about her, but now I'm
still
actually pretty chill about her because she very much has her own style of humor.
Dry white humor.
Yeah, and to know that she was already big before like the podcast shit, it's like, okay, so you already had your fan base. It's not like you got big because of us. We just we just found you.
Yeah.
We just found you and you were already like out here doing
I'm not
shit.
mad at her.
Yeah.
I fuck with her.
And she from the IE and I was just like,
Paris.
yeah, one of the homegirls, what's called, actually knows her and is friends with her. I was just like, oh shit, like
Some
2 degrees
comedian,
of separation type shit.
some white comedian was clowning her during the interview. He was like, "Oh, you're from Paris, California. Well, oh, you're from London, Nevada, fucking Switzerland, Arkansas." Yeah,
Well,
that shit
fuck that guy because he's obviously not from Southern California, you know. But
Nah, yeah, I get what he was saying. Like, you from a well-known big city, but it's like in a random, like it's clearly not that city.
Paris isn't a well known. Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you know those,
Paris
like-
is well known, but not Paris.
Yeah,
California.
yeah. Like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah. Like, there's a Los Angeles and fucking
Yeah.
a bump like Africa or something.
Because even Paris, like unless you're like from the IE, like you probably don't know what Paris is.
Exactly.
It's essentially Moval.
Exactly.
But yeah. Shout out to IE, man. Shout out to the IE.
Shout out IE.
Let's get into it, man. There's been one show that's taken over social media for the past 6 weeks.
Oh, Love Island.
It's called Love Island. Obviously, Love Island UK is big every summer. They started Love Island USA a couple years ago. And this has easily been the biggest season and inarguably the best season of Love Island USA, season 6. Not only because of the personalities that have been on the season this year, but also the relatable relationship dynamics that we're able to see, whether it be conflict or just seeing them like falling for each other. So, James, I know you don't really watch.
I don't watch TV.
Yeah. But Lauren, me and Lauren been tapped in on this. Thoughts, comments, concerns?
I will say I feel like this is the first time in a long time watching reality TV where
Yeah.
I felt like the contestants were like people for real.
Yeah.
Like almost too real.
Like
for
people you
TV.
would bump into like outside.
Yeah, like, oh, I would hang out with her. That's a homegirl.
Yeah.
But it was a good season. It gave what it needed to give. I was psychoanalyzing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there was big debates over some of the.
It's nice to
Some of the
see young people fall in love.
Old lady. Young
It's
people.
so nice to see you young ones fall in love.
It's really niggas our age, and then there's a couple young people.
I was chilling at my mom's crib, like on TikTok or minding my business, and I just hear her like, oh, like upstairs. She's all, oh shit, oh fuck, what the fuck? And I just ignored it, and she just kept going, and I ran up like, Mom, what's going on? She's watching Love Island.
I'm dead.
Love
What was
Island.
she saying that about? Do you know what part?
She started talking, and then as soon as I realized she's just watching like a reality show,
You tuned out.
I completely tuned out and said, I thought something was going down, and I walked away.
I'm pissed.
So the fact
Me
that
and
she
your mom
reacted-
probably reacted to
Yeah.
the same
If you
thing.
had spent 30 seconds watching that, I guarantee you would.
I probably would have been locked
You would
in.
have been locked in. You've been like, oh shit, this nigga
This
Cordell's
was-
just like me.
But I'm not knocking Love. I'm just saying, like, even as somebody who doesn't watch the show, for like my mom to like have that type of reaction,
You ain't even really
like
let me talk,
I'm
Serena.
Yeah, I'm gonna believe y'all. I'm sure it's a great show for sure because that shit was
Yo, this
so
season was
dramatic.
good.
We ain't got to talk about the negatives, like the things that we didn't like, because obviously I'm sure like they're getting a lot of hate. Like they see all the negative shit, so we can just talk about the shit that we did like. Did you have like a favorite couple or a favorite moment?
Yeah, of course. I love Serena and Cordell. It was really nice to see them go through conflict, reconnect, and see almost like a healthy communication style and like a safe space for her to express her feelings, even though I know a lot of people in that place were calling her aggressive, just the microaggressions, like, oh, do you want your wife to behave that way? But people react differently to what they consider is disrespect. So they're going to react how they react. And he gave her the opportunity to feel her feelings. And then they came back to each other. That and then the female friendship that you see. We love a Persian baddie. A Persian baddie and a black girl baddie. That duo is...
Persia?
Shout out to Leah.
Did they get rid of that country like hundreds of years ago?
I mean, there are multiple countries that make up what used to be Persia, so they're still like
Was it
Persian.
like Saudi? Isn't Saudi Arabia like Persia was?
I'm not a...
I think it was.
I'm not the geographer.
This is not a
My
geography
bad.
podcast.
Yeah,
Cut it.
All right. Well, I think that's what it is. But Google it.
I'm good at a lot of things. Geography has never been my strong suit. So,
I didn't know Lou Dort was Canadian. Sorry.
he is Canadian. Yeah, similar to you, Serena and Cordell were probably my favorites because that was like the couple I like related to the most. You know, good things and bad things, and yeah, I just liked how eventually they were able to communicate like their feelings and eventually come back together, even though they were separated for a little bit of time. And you know, that's really how real life works sometimes. You know, there might be a big blow up and you're all like, all right, I'm done with this person. And then they call you like a week later and it's just like, damn, I really missed you.
It's honest.
Like,
it's truthful. It's also really refreshing to see a black couple on like win one of these things. They ended up winning and you never see it's a predominantly white show.
Well, shout out to Love Island USA because there's normally black winners on USA.
Oh, really?
On UK, there's not a lot of black people that win.
Okay.
But USA, I think after the first season, there's always been at least one of the contestants that were black. That's one.
Okay.
So
this was a black on black couple.
yeah.
Like, nappy.
There's been other black on black couples.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I guess I'll take a step back because this isn't my first season, but it's not like.
Yeah. Shout out to season 4, Timmy and Zeta. Zeta's from the UK. Black Stallion.
What is Love Island? I know it's a love reality show. What's the premise? Like, what's the...
All right, so essentially, the first, I would say 6 duos or couples essentially are taken into like an island country, live in this villa. You have no access to the internet, your phone, nothing.
They go there as a couple.
No. But it's just easier to explain that way. So
Okay,
12
okay.
people. 12
Okay.
people of opposite sex.
Okay.
It's a heteronormative environment where, again, no phone, no internet. You're pretty much just there to try and find somebody to essentially fall in love with. And there's a lot of games in between, but really it's just
Like
them
challenges.
talking
Okay.
and hanging out, working out, swimming every day. And it's being filmed by hidden cameras. They don't know where the camera's at. And they have mics on, so it picks up everything.
Okay.
And it's just one big social experiment, essentially.
Do they be on there humping?
Yeah.
So the first early seasons of Love Island UK, they were fucking a lot.
Ew.
Like they were really fucking.
Everybody was Eskimo brothers and sisters by the end of the season.
I'm dead.
But it's kind of chilled out recently because obviously it's a totally different environment. UK's been going on for like 13, 14 seasons. But Love Island USA, you'll see moments where it's just like, all right, they're doing shit. Like,
Okay.
But yeah, they're there for like 6 weeks.
They're pretty sober for the entire time. I read that they only have like a drink and it's like a sip of wine.
Yeah, they don't give them too much alcohol.
And that's good.
Every now and then they'll throw in what they call a bombshell. Essentially, that's just like a new person who also hasn't had any internet or phone access since the beginning of the show. They've just been chilling in the hotel this whole time watching the show, right? So they know like who's in there and who they want to go after. And then they'll like try and like steal somebody and and then whoever lasts to the end might be able to split 100,000.
Yeah, there's a cash prize.
Oh, so we're together and we got some money.
Yeah, if you
Okay.
win.
But
But in America, votes for you.
the public votes.
Okay. All right. Shout out Love Island. I might chap in one of these days. I'm bored.
Yeah, if you do,
The only thing
Love
is like
Island,
30
USA.
episodes and they're an hour long each.
Yeah, I usually stop watching once like the couples are solidified because there's no drama. There's nothing to interest me really at that point.
I'm gonna just
He
get
likes the mess.
high
I
as
like
hell.
messy shit.
I'm gonna just get high as hell one day when I'm bored and just throw it on. And just,
Yeah.
To
on
do
the
it
ba-
with
on some
this season,
background
this past
shit, yeah.
season. Yeah.
Either do Love Island USA season 6 or Love Island UK season 3.
Okay, America 6, UK 3.
Yeah, those are the two like high ones for me.
All right.
But yeah, shout out to the winners. Shout out to Serena. Shout out to Cordell. Shout out to Janae and Kenny, and shout out to
PPG.
Leah and Miguel. So those are the 3 finalists. All right, let's have some real talk. This isn't a political podcast, by the way. But we do talk about shit that affects our culture. And 2024 presidential election 100% is affecting our culture, especially with Biden dropping out a few weeks ago of the presidential race. Some will say he was forced out. I believe he was forced out by the Democratic Party because it was very obvious he was not going to win the election against Trump. He is not the man he was 4 years ago, which is okay. We all age. It happens. Sometimes you gotta hang the jersey up. You feel me? But it's looking like Kamala Harris is going to be replacing him. She set a record in donations raised in 24 hours. I believe it was 81 mil or closer to 100 mil. I can't really remember, but obviously the D9 organizations are showing out, AKAs are showing out.
Hey, fight.
All the women that care about politics are showing out currently. So how do you guys feel about a possible Kamala Trump presidential race?
It doesn't matter. I think no matter who you put up there against Trump, Trump is going to win.
Like, you think so?
I think Trump is 3,000% going to win, whether it's Biden or Vice President Harris or whoever. Like, I don't think there's anybody Trump is going to, like, Trump is as hot as he's ever been. You know what I mean? Like, I think last election, Trump kind of like barely lost. Like, it was kind of close, but Biden caused a lot of separation. But it was a lot of all hands on deck as far as voter registration and voter advocacy. I remember Stacey Abrams did that voter advocacy and helped turn Georgia blue. And I think some of the swing states turned blue. I think people that would have voted for Trump are still going to vote for Trump now. I think some people, especially in swing states who maybe were on the fence about Trump and Biden, are swinging to Trump. And I think him surviving his assassination attempt helps. I think a lot of Americans are misinformed, like most Americans, like the average American, not like us, but like the average American is like a 54-year-old white man in Kentucky or some shit, right? Like
older Americans, yeah.
I feel like that's the average, like most of America is like a middle-aged white man in the middle of a bumfuck America.
I mean, even like people our age are pretty misinformed, especially about Kamala. Like just having conversations like over this past week with like certain people who just don't know about her policies and what she's actually done when she was in California.
Exactly. So
I would say just everybody.
Yeah.
Outside of Gen Z. Gen Z is very big on, like, they know their shit.
Yeah.
So shout out to Gen Z and the Zoomers.
And I've been seeing a lot of black people, unfortunately, like swaying towards the Trump, like this election cycle. So I just don't see how Trump is going to lose. And in the latest polls, Trump was up pretty significant.
So I was of similar thinking to you when Biden first like dropped out. I was like, this is way too late within like the campaign trail to like drop out. Like no one else really has a chance. But it looks like, and obviously like social media is such a like microcosm to the actual real world that who knows. But I do think that Kamala might actually have a chance because Trump ended up picking his VP as a heterosexual white male who looks like it's sounding, a lot of his talking points is of bigotry and racism. So a lot of the people that were on the fence between Biden and Trump are now like, okay, Biden's out. At least now we have somebody that can actually be an actual president, which is Kamala Harris. So I do see a lot of people starting to swing more back to that left side.
Real quick,
Lauren was about to say something.
My bad.
I was just gonna bounce off of how you think that he's gonna win. I also think he's gonna win. I think she has somewhat of a chance.
Yeah.
I heard this joke that was like, oh, if we put her in office, she's a black woman in office, we can skip over ever having a white woman president because we have a woman president who's also a woman of color. I'm saying the joke totally wrong, but anyways, I don't know, with how Reagan was his attempted assassination back in the 80s, his poll numbers shot up. So I think with that alone,
no pun intended.
That alone, I feel like she doesn't really have that good of a chance.
Yeah.
I think she has the best chance out of anybody on the planet to take down Trump, but Trump is just as hot as fish grease right now. I think she's the best chance though.
I think Trump was hot as fish grease like 2 weeks ago. And if you watch that episode, like we did a whole Trump breakdown, me and Andy were going back and forth and we were just like, yo, we lost. Like it was really like, oh damn, we lost. But over the past week, no one's been hotter than Kamala Harris. Like we barely even heard from Trump.
Well, because they're putting memes about her on.
And it's also our algorithm. Like we're black people.
Well, true,
in California.
But everybody's talking about Kamala. Even the right, even Fox News, they're all talking about.
Yeah, of course,
they're talking about Kamala, and they're talking about the missteps that Trump has had since Kamala has been like appointed as the Democratic nominee. And so, especially if Trump decides, and he's going to eventually have to debate Kamala Harris because he's kind of in like a trick box right now, where it's all like, okay, I just again announced Vance as my VP, which is probably the worst thing he could have done. Because he's not a woman, he's not someone of color,
and he's an ex-Trump hater.
hater. And since he's been named VP, he's been embarrassing himself on live TV and on public speaking events. So I do think
the whole thing's a joke.
I do think that Kamala actually has a great chance, and I do think she'll probably be like a really good president too. So it would be good to see. It's a plus that she happens to be a black woman. So.
Did y'all see that video I retweeted a while ago, maybe a couple weeks ago, right after the assassination of like this quote unquote Christian prophet? Like,
oh yeah.
He, like, for those who didn't see it or whatever, back in March of this year, I guess it was like some random unknown YouTube channel where they have like super religious head, like Christian prophets come on and tell the people what God said to them. And one of them back in March said that God came to him, I think in a dream, and said that somebody tried to make an attempt on Trump's life. And the bullet got so close it bursted his eardrum. And Trump, he said, this is what he said. He said Trump fell to his knees. And at that moment, Trump found like Trump is already quote unquote saved. But at this point, like Trump really found Jesus and like kind of like low-key got saved, but kept it inside a little bit. And then he had a flawless victory during the fall and like in the elections. And then he was in office at one point, and then he started to cry in the office. And then a little bit in the future in his presidency, America went through the worst economic crash in history, worse than the Great Depression. And then we bounced back from it somehow. And then after all the dust settles, America's going to be in a good place. And I think like the detail about like the bullet hit like almost bursting his eardrum, that was like an insane like detail that he somehow like.
Here's the thing about those things. It's great that he called that. But there's like thousands of people on this earth that do predictions, and we only hear about them once they get one right.
You think it was a broken clock right twice a day type of situation?
Yeah. So I mean, we'll see about the rest of that. If that comes to fruition.
I'm not saying it's true.
The astrology girlies were clocking that.
Well, yeah, astrology is also another one of those things where it's all like, I don't want to get into it, but yeah, sure. Yeah. All right.
We'll see how it plays out. I hope he's wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. If they debate, I could see, and some recent polls as recent as yesterday have shown them as close as like a 50-50 toss up, Harris versus Trump.
I guess,
and that's already, and Harris just got
Are y'all voting?
nominated. Of course.
Yeah, of course.
I wasn't gonna vote for the presidency, but now I am.
It's like, bro, Georgia's not turning red again. I'm sorry, Georgia's not turning blue again this year. Pennsylvania's not turning blue. I don't think any of the swing states are turning blue this year. I just don't see it. I
get what you're saying.
Like I don't see
the people there are really set in their ways.
Yeah, I think this go around.
No, they're like
you can kind of feel that Trump was going to lose last time. I'm feeling that Trump is going to win this time.
I felt that same way like 2 weeks ago, but Trump is so off-putting even to the right that there are Republicans that are already coming out and vouching for Kamala Harris. So
I guess he's thinking more on like a regular person who doesn't pay attention politically, who sees Trump as the quote unquote icon that they believe that he is.
I don't think regular people see Trump as an icon. I think the far right see Trump as an icon. A lot of regular Republicans.
That's what I'm talking about.
The regular Republicans that you would see is like, yo, this nigga's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, so correct me if I'm wrong. He's thinking like when he says that they won't swing, because those people are the people that are clocked in but don't know anything, like the far right, like the far right.
Yeah, I hear you. And I think a lot of the base that Trump would need was sitting on the fence and was leaning him only because he was going up against Biden, and Biden was making an ass of himself and the party for the past fucking year. But with somebody that's actually able to speak in public, I do think we're gonna see a closer race at the very least. And
yeah, I know that for sure.
I wouldn't be shocked if she might end up smacking him, to be honest. At this point, just
I
because
hope you're right.
Just because it's like,
but I don't see it.
I would hate to see him in office again, but
yeah, I think Trump made a bad move with Vance. I think that's really where where things have like split. Where you could even see like the far right commentators are like, yo, why the fuck did he pick Vance? This is a bad look. Like, he's already out here talking about like women without children. And a lot of the far right base just happen to be women without children. And there are women commentators like Tommy Loren who's all like, hey, like, I'm trying to vote for Trump, but you're making it really hard.
Bruh, but the thing is, like, they can say whatever the fuck that goes against, like, America is so like divided as far as political parties. Like, motherfuckers are gonna vote for Trump even if they disagree, just off the strength that they're a Republican. You get what I'm saying? Like they're gonna Tommy Loren is still gonna vote for Trump. Can come out here and say fuck Tommy Loren in her goofy ass fucking face, and she's still gonna vote for him.
I don't think she would.
I for sure think she would.
No, if he came out and fucked with her image, because that would fuck with her brand. She's not gonna vote for that nigga. She's gonna be like, all right, fuck this thing. He just ruined my career.
I think it's just so like back. I know we're trying to get too political, but like back in like the 70s, 80s, and even a bit of the 90s, motherfuckers hot parties like casually, like oh, I was a Democrat 1 year, now I'm a Republican. Now motherfuckers are so like anchored into their shit, and it's almost like a gang. It's almost like my side is better than your side instead of like what makes sense. I think like regardless of what makes sense or not, they're just gonna stay on their motherfucking side because they just feel like they too deep in. I don't know.
I guess from my point of view, you guys think you're either right or you're left, and then in my point of view, I think there's a lot more people in the middle than we think.
True.
So I mean, I guess that's where the difference is. Okay. Like stemming from.
I'll give you that. I feel like there's not that many people in the middle, and that there's a lot of people who are leaning right.
Yeah.
It's just because I even see it now, and I know we talk Gen Z is very progressive, 1,000%. But there's also the other side where they are repeating like old ideologies, leading back to Christianity, like old Christianity, like the 50s and shit. You know what? I can hear my stomach.
Don't worry, the mics aren't gonna pick it up.
Okay, because I heard it.
Don't get self-conscious. You got it.
Like, there's younger kids who are also really far right, which throws me. I don't understand, because I thought, again, Gen Z super progressive, but there's some people who are just like, no, like, I want to live this way.
Yeah, I do think that there are people in Gen Z who are far right, but that's probably gonna be like less than 5% of them. I think a lot of them are like, even if they don't agree with like the left and they're like right leaning, I think they're very obvious like Trump's a fucking idiot. Like, what the fuck is going on? Type shit. Because you have to understand, Gen Z grew up with the internet, right? Like, they're probably gonna be the most well versed of all generations until Generation Alpha is eventually able to vote and things of that nature. And like, with that comes being able to think for yourself at an early age, right? And I think they're able to just make smart decisions, common sense decisions that a lot of older people just didn't have those skills like growing up. So
I hope so. I have a lot of faith in Gen Z for sure.
So we shall see. I actually just got a notification. All right. Anyway,
got a notification about what?
About Poland. About Harris doing well in the polls.
I thought you said Poland.
I thought you said that too.
All right. Some more real talk. A little more depressing. So on July 6, 2024, in Springfield, Illinois, a black woman by the name of Sonya Massey called 911 to report an intruder on her property. A sheriff's deputy by the name of Sean Grayson arrived at her residence with his partner, and when Sonya first answered the door, she gave a request prior to allowing them to enter. Please don't hurt me. The unfortunate events that followed can only be described as an atrocity. It's a moment that is dark, chilling, and inhumane, as body cam footage shows a peace officer shooting and ending the life of a civilian that he had sworn to protect. A plot we've seen in the United States way too often, as time and time again, a flawed system with skewed power dynamics has led to the loss of life of those it was created to serve. Sean Grayson was fired and is being charged with first-degree murder, but that won't change the fact that Sonya Massey should still be alive. George Floyd should still be alive. Philando Castile should still be alive. Breonna Taylor, Tamir Rice, Trayvon Martin, and many other names who will eventually be lost to the passing of time have found their moments on earth cut short. Life may be fleeting, but we should never be the ones expediting our own expiration. The unfortunate truth is that Sonya Massey will not be the last innocent soul we see lose their life to cop violence. And with no actionable items in place to prevent what should be preventable, the main question on a lot of people's minds are, where do we go from here? And with political uncertainty that we just talked about hanging over our heads, the truth is none of us really know. We might just be fucked. So with that being said, I'm going to open the floor for you guys. If you guys want to say anything about the topic, you know.
You want to lead off, Lauren, or you want to gather yourself?
You start off, James. And then.
I remember you guys hit the group chat about it. Like we're going to probably discuss this. I think the night before, I kind of saw her name on my timeline, but I didn't really have any context to what it was about. And I was I was half awake and I went to sleep. Like as soon as I saw it, then I woke up to the group chat and we were like, oh, something we might want to talk about. So I looked into it. First, I read an article about it before I saw any type of video or anything, just to like get an understanding of like what happened step by step. And then I'm like, okay, well, she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And then the officers felt like she was about to throw a pot of hot water on her. So they shot her, which even if she was going to do, I don't think that doesn't, not even,
your
I
life's
think.
not in danger.
Your life's not in danger.
Yeah.
It doesn't warrant lethal force.
And you were far enough away to just move out the way.
But it's like, okay, cool. Maybe like, maybe I'm just going to assume that she was about to throw hot water on them. So I went to go look at the video, which I probably shouldn't have did and expose myself to. But I always like to be informed about that type of shit. She didn't like she was remotely about to throw a pot of hot water on them at all. And in fact, like the only time it looked like water may have gotten over to her is when she cowered, when the pot was like kind of facing. But she said, I think she, in the video, there's like, oh, don't, he sounded like he jokingly said, don't put that hot water on me.
Joking.
Yeah. And then, you know, I don't know if like, y'all know black Southerners or black people or whatever, when they say I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, it's more of like you said some crazy shit, like what? You know what I mean? Like I rebuke that. Like I'm not fucking with that. You know what I mean? And then I guess he doesn't understand. He took it as a threat. Like, you're gonna do what? And then she immediately apologized. She wasn't being like combative or hostile. She's like, okay, I'm sorry, my bad. Like, you know. And then it was just all fucked. And it's just a bizarre, unprovoked thing. And I don't even see how pro-police people or MAGA people can even remotely defend that. I don't see how that can even remotely be defended.
They are though, and that's so fucking sick to sit here and see the pain and to defend something like that and just be like, well, she probably did. They're saying that there's this other video where she did throw it and it's AI. It's just a whole mess. And it's like you can't be so insensitive to what we're watching. We're watching our brothers and sisters literally being killed in their homes. She called for help. She called for help. It's just fucking sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, sad. And then, like I said, it's something that happens over and over again. I didn't watch the video because I think the last time I watched like anything was like Philando Castile. I was just like, I can't do that. I can't do that to myself no more.
I saw it on accident. I was scrolling on Twitter. I didn't even know what was happening, and I just so happened to click it. And yeah,
just so bizarre and unprovoked. Like, it's just like, wait, what?
And it's the fact that they told her to take the pot off, and they had the joke. He joked, "Oh, you're gonna throw," whatever he said, and she said, but he was like, "I'll shoot you," and like he announced what he was gonna do. And there's a disconnect for me to where he think that he wouldn't be safe in a moment like that. When you're obviously the person with power, you have the power dynamic.
Yeah,
his stomach.
That's why it's, you know, so many people in our community are so distrusting of law enforcement. And, you know, again, it's a system that's corrupt. I know there are people in our community that attempt to, you know, go into law enforcement to help change it, but the fact of the matter is there will never be
too deeply rooted.
There will never be enough numbers of us in law enforcement to really, you know, make the necessary changes. So shout out to the people I know that are doing like what they should do, that are cops. But again, it's the system's against us at the end of the day, right?
Honestly, fuck 12. If your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, whatever the fuck, your husband, you're a cop fucker, a cop apologist, fuck you too. ACAB, All the way.
It's like J. Cole said in an interview a long time ago. He's like the term good cop is an oxymoron.
Yeah.
Where he believes that maybe some people get into law enforcement thinking they're going to do the right thing, but it's kind of like you're a pawn for a fucked up system and you don't even realize it. You know what I mean? It's like being a good stormtrooper, or you know what I mean? It's like you're going, you can think that it's cool and you're thinking you're doing the right thing, and maybe in your heart of hearts you really do believe it, but you're being like used.
It's like being a corporate lawyer, except for the stakes are way higher, right?
Yeah.
So like a lot of times, these lawyers are defending companies that do not have like the community's
I see what you're saying.
Best interest at heart, right?
Yeah.
But they're doing it to make money and to create a better life for themselves and the people that they love. But in doing so, inadvertently, you're indirectly harming others.
Landlords.
And then landlords as well. I mean, I work in real estate, so like y'all can talk as much shit as you want. I'm in the private equity sector. We get a lot of shit, but obviously, like I said, a lot less stakes compared to like going into law enforcement, where you are directly damaging, households and communities and things of that nature. But a lot of people have good intentions, but
And even after the murder, like the way they were talking was just so inhumane. It was like, oh, should we get the med kit? Well, it doesn't matter. She's bleeding out. And I think they called her a bitch at one point.
They called her a crazy bitch.
Yeah, crazy bitch.
They said that bitch is crazy.
They said, well, what can I do? A hot boiling pot of water is coming in my face. What am I supposed to do?
I will say though,
turn your back. I don't know.
I will say though, because I don't want to group him in to like the other people that were there, because I did see the transcripts. It's very much, it seems like it was mainly him that was like the aggressor, that was saying the negative things towards her.
It was.
And like I saw that they were saying like as he was walking out, like the other cops that were over there were giving him like crazy looks and things of that nature. Like they couldn't believe that
trigger happy
that he would even do that in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
So I will kind of just like try and put it on him in this situation. Okay. Not to say that there aren't other situations where multiple cops are involved, like with George Floyd, but this one seemed like it was a Sean Grayson. Yeah.
I hope he gets what he deserves. I hope he
dies. I hope he dies.
He's definitely going to jail. And then we know what happens to most cops when they go into jail. So yeah, you get what you deserve. But with that being said, let's take a little break, a little reset.
Rest in peace, Sonya Massey.
Rest in peace, Sonya Massey. Sonya Massey should still be alive. Yeah, I'll play a little something, and then we'll be back in a little bit.
One more time. Listen, faith is believing in what you can't see. And before it becomes reality, the seed is planted into your dream. And without faith, it is impossible to believe. Oh, but if you can look past what you see right now, because if what you see is all you see, then you do not see all there is to be seen. You gotta believe. Remember what you sow, you soon shall reap. You can move mountains with just a mustard seed. A mustard seed of faith can conquer your enemies, turn the smallest dream into seismic realities. So wake up each day with a smile on your face, and don't let nothing take your faith away. This that real life shit, nigga.
All right, so this is a music podcast, so we gotta talk about some music.
Yeah.
So, the Marias. As an alternative indie pop group who has quickly ascended in the post-COVID music landscape, the Marias have built a cult following that have been drawn to the jazz and Spanish influences that have been infused into their music. Named after lead singer Maria Zardoya, who was born in Puerto Rico and raised in Atlanta. Her and her partner Josh Conway, who operates as the drummer and one of the producers, met at a music venue in Los Angeles that changed the trajectory of both their lives forever. Now, being able to tour across the country without sacrificing the genuinity of their sound, the Marias are slowly becoming a mainstay within their genre, with potential to become even greater. This is the Marias, Submarine.
Is your favorite song?
No, I don't play my favorites as the intro. I'm gonna let you guys know though. I'm not gonna keep it to myself. I'll tell you guys who my favorite is. How'd y'all feel when you first listened to this album?
Oh, you look at me, the most least informed person about this group.
We're trying to expand your music taste.
You know what people like?
I'm trying to expand your music taste.
I think people think I only listen to hardcore gangster West Coast rap.
No.
I'm not saying you do, but like I've gotten those accusations.
Oh, okay.
My favorite genre of rap right now is alt rap. I
have so much alt rap for you.
I guess the most notable famous people in like the quote unquote alt rap is like the Tylers and the Yachty's right now.
So how'd you feel about this album?
It was fun.
When you first listened to
He
it.
says, skirt back.
I listened to it last night when I was like falling asleep, and that's my favorite time to listen to music, when I'm like in bed and I just put my earphones in and I took off shuffle, and it was a cool vibe. I saved 2 songs. I was able to wake up and save 2 songs and kind of like go back to sleep. It was fire. It was fire. I can see me throwing this on in the shower or something like that. You know what I'm saying? This is my type of shit. Yeah, alternative type of music. You feel me? I liked it. I can't give you no deep and depth whatever, but I fuck with what we do. What favorite song, or do we say
Not
that?
yet.
Okay, all right.
Lauren, how'd you feel about this when you first listened to it?
I might have a little bit of bias because I absolutely adore this band.
And you're Puerto Rican.
Yeah, shout out to Puerto Rico. But she's from
she's Puerto Rico?
Yeah, her
She's Puerto
family's
Rican?
from Puerto Rico.
Okay.
It's a beautiful album. It feels nice. It's airy. It's emotional.
I thought you were half Mexican.
Yeah, that too.
Oh, okay. I'm confused. All right.
We'll talk later. But yeah, no, I love this album. I absolutely love it.
All right. I liked it when I first listened to it. The airy is a good adjective for like the listening experience that you get like playing this album. It's very calm. It's very relaxing. You're brave for playing it right before you go to sleep.
Yeah, it's a sleepy album.
I'm shocked you didn't fall asleep. I would have.
I kind of did.
I fall asleep to it.
The first time I listened to it was like in the morning. I think I was talking to you about it. Like driving to work, I was just like, yeah, this ain't I need to wake up.
But not bad sleepy. Not J. Cole sleepy.
No,
it's just very calming. So it's like
calming,
sleepy.
It's a very emotionally driven album. I don't know. Can I talk about it more?
Yeah.
It's an emotionally driven album. So Josh and Maria were together for a while. This is their breakup album. So they almost weren't a band anymore.
Oh, so 2 bandmates were dating and they were breaking up.
Yeah.
Oh,
they created it together.
Yeah, it's her.
During the breakup.
Her and the drummer were together for a while.
No, they created the band together.
Yeah, but during the process of this album, they were like.
No, they broke up before this album, and they took some time, did their own things, came back together, and came up with the concept. Oh, so that's why it feels very like it feels a little heavy, airy and heavy, but empty. It has a very empty feel because it's a lot. This is the breakup album, like her talking about how she was feeling during that time. It's very vulnerable.
It's almost like couples therapy through an album, right? Maybe.
Yeah, I would say it's more self-reflection because that was more so her idea, and like the visuals she put out was very lonely.
I do think it was probably very therapeutic for her.
Yeah.
Because not just creating the music, but being able to put it out. I know me, a lot of times there are certain shit that I keep to myself, but there are other things that, like, if I write or like make a song about something, it still weighs heavy on me until I put it out, and it's just like, okay,
It's the release.
this isn't mine anymore. I could just like,
Yeah.
So maybe that's how.
Which is sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
That's healthy. That's very healthy.
Yeah.
And as an artist, I'm sure that you let it go, you give it to people, and then they feel it. They're able to receive it.
Yeah, so maybe that's how they feel about it. Maybe that's how they feel about the project. So,
Great album. I enjoyed it. I'm gonna have to run it back when I'm like awake for real.
Listen to it high.
Yeah, I for sure got to listen to this high. Yeah, for sure. I feel like that might be stimulating as hell.
let's go into best songs. James.
What song did I think it might be damn near for real the first song. Song that not the first song, not the intro, but like the second song. Hamptons, yeah, that might be my favorite
you like
one.
that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a strong start to an album.
Let's listen real quick before we talk about it. James, why was this your favorite song?
I think towards the halfway point of the song, I don't remember what kicked in. Granted, remember I was delirious and half awake, so I can't give you like a very cerebral answer.
Yeah.
But this whole album was just vibes to me, and this was just the highest vibrations for me. I just enjoyed it. I just liked it. I just like how it sounded. I don't really have an in-depth answer. I just liked it. It reminds me of like a vacation a little bit.
Oh, well, the Hamptons,
like some tropical shit. I don't know. I feel like I want to listen to this while I'm on vacation looking at a beach with like a mojito in my hand or a wine cooler or something. Feel me?
Yeah. A lot of these songs, at least the songs that I liked off this, is very soundtracky, where like you're doing a life event and this is like you can't imagine yourself doing something with the song being in the background. That's cute. That's how I chose my first song. I was just like, yeah, I can imagine myself doing certain shit.
I don't even know what she's saying. It just gives me bright blue skies, beach, palm trees, all that.
It's a weekend in the Hamptons. All the wives were dressed in white.
Oh, okay.
What about you, Loren? What was your favorite song?
My favorite is Sienna.
All right, let's listen real quick.
Please tell me not to go. We've been here long before. I live under your eyelids. I'll always be yours. I'll lay on your rooftop in the freezing cold, and I'll watch the sunset wearing all your clothes. I can feel you with me like I did before, like when I sang you a love song by Nora Jones. Sienna would have been cute.
All right, Loren, why was this your favorite song?
I love music that makes
crying
me that makes me feel emotional. it's just it's a really vulnerable song, like you can tell. I was actually driving when I heard it for the first time, and when she gets to the part where she goes, Sienna would have been cute, Sienna looks just like you, I was like, what the fuck, was she pregnant at a point and like lost the child? And that wasn't the case. I deep dove into Reddit, and she had like a listening party at a vinyl shop or something, and she was saying that it's about the thought of having a future child, like a future you thought you were gonna have with your partner, and then losing that. So, oh, how it would have been cute. And I just think that's a beautiful thing.
That hits like really close to home.
Yeah, like this is a very vulnerable album, and I love an artist who's gonna put that out into their music.
Yeah.
And it's sad. And then when it ends, it just ends, and you're left with like this empty feeling, which is basically the theme of the album, where it's like
somebody from my past, as of this month, tweeted some shit like that. So that's like actually crazy that you say that. That's crazy.
It's an emotional album.
Yeah.
It sounds nice. It's really electronic. I would say it's way more electronic than the previous albums, but like it's
fire.
pretty
I'm gonna have to run this song back.
All right.
Yeah, and it makes me cry.
My favorite song was a Vicious Sensitive Robot.
Oh, that one's good.
Send my love and I'll send you. Never knock on your door. What do you think you need me for? Tell a lie. You're uptight, nothing better to do. At least it's something I'm used to. How about you? I got myself so high I can't look down. Do it all to make your day. Anything to take the pain away. And if you don't see why I gotta go, maybe I should get away. I would love to get away.
Why'd you like this
Want
song?
me back, but I don't.
Great question. So kind of like I prefaced earlier, you know, this very soundtracky to me. I like to walk. I go on a lot of walks. So it was almost transportive to where it kind of assisted me to think about own shit within my own life, where it's just like, like I said, very calming, very scene setting, you know. So this was probably the song that sounded the most like Portishead.
Oh, okay. I could see it.
And the singers for the Marias and Portishead, very similar voices. And this could have been on Dummy by Portishead, very much so. You could just like throw this on there and you'd be like, okay, yeah. And Portishead is one of my favorite bands of all time. So
this group is done. Maria's?
No, they came back. They didn't really break up, but they were about to. They were like on the brink of breaking up the band because the couple broke up.
Oh, okay.
So they like channeled all that into the music, and now actually it's really cool. They have little shorts that kind of remind me of like MTV's like behind the scenes type shit, like they used to put on TV, talking about the process of the album. But they're saying now that they're stronger as a band because they don't feel like it's just a two front people and then the other two men in the band. Like they're a more cohesive band since they've done this.
I asked because I fuck with them now. I'll try to keep an eye out for them.
No, you really. I'm going to their show next month.
Okay.
At the cemetery.
all right.
At the cemetery.
The Forever Cemetery, the Hollywood Forever.
Why are they performing at a cemetery?
I saw Georgia Smith there. Have you been
I don't
there?
mess with spirits and ghosts and all
So
that.
we can't just talk about the good things about this project. We have to also talk about the bad. So what songs would you, or what song would you delete from this project? Let's start with Loren this time.
I'm gonna choose I think it was the single, Run Your Mouth.
Run Your Mouth.
Yeah.
That was definitely the most popish sounding song on there. What about you, James? What song you deleted?
Again, I was sleepy and delirious, so maybe my answer might change, but I just wasn't fucking with Love You anyway. I'm solely going off of vibes, not lyrics or nothing. I don't think Love You Anyway was like did it for me. But it might change. So, but that, as of right now, Love You Anyway wasn't my favorite.
Yeah. I was like torn between like the first song and Blur. I'm gonna just go with Blur.
First song meaning Hamptons?
A
No,
Ride.
right.
Oh,
I'm gonna go with Blur. The things that I didn't like about this project is mainly what I don't like about like just music in general. Like if I dislike something that artist does, it usually crosses over to different artists as well. So like when, you know, words are drawn out when someone's singing, it makes me lose interest because it's like, all right, I just tell me what you need to say. And,
What example? Like, what do you mean?
all right, so let's say like if you're singing a song like let's just do ABCDs like A B C D E F G, but instead it's A B C.
Yeah,
D.
I see what you're saying.
You know, songs like that where it's just like just say it, like, you know. I'm really impatient with like tell me what your message is because I'm always like doing something else and I end up losing like
Attention
That's why
span.
you're a rap fan more so than anything. You'd say?
well, rap and R&B, but there's a lot of R&B songs like certain ballads that I can't listen to because it's just so fucking slow.
What you
They're
said is why
meant
I'm
to
not
do
the
that.
craziest about R&B. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
My attention span isn't that good.
yeah, but some people write ballads in a way that I like prefer, like Leon Thomas.
I like Liam.
Breaking Point, like that's a ballad, but he did it in a way that I kind of prefer, like ballads like that. Even if it's slower song, like he gets the message across like a lot quicker, like the delivery's a lot faster. So, but yeah, that's a song I'm deleting. Let's do ratings out of 10. James.
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Okay. Lauren.
I'm gonna give it a 9.
9. I'm gonna do a 6.5. So
Hey,
divide by
It's kinda
3.
low.
that is kind of low.
I don't think so. I thought it was pretty good. It was a good album. I only saved like 5 songs though.
I only saved
So-
2. But I'm gonna run it back.
The
Yeah,
8's
you
pretty
weren't
high
listening
if
for
you only
sure.
save 2.
Well, no, I just like I can say this is good. It's just it might not be my thing. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just uprating it objectively, not personally what I want.
Yeah, and I'm basing off of like other albums that I
Okay.
do go back to.
Okay.
And
By them?
just by all
In general.
artists.
Okay.
Yeah, so and I know there's like I just put Thames' album at like a 7.2.
Yeah.
I can't put this over Thames' project because I prefer Thames' project.
Yeah.
I get you.
You know, so
Okay.
yeah, I don't think it's a bad score. I think we're thinking of it like a
Yeah,
like, that's
again,
okay.
I'm biased a bit.
But divide by 3, that's 7.83. So pretty high average. So shout out to the Marias.
See you in August, babe.
Yeah.
They are not the only people who dropped albums recently. A lot of people did actually. I gotta do a lot more episodes. But Joe Moses. So
JM, man.
music from LA native Joe Moses has been a mainstay at functions in Los Angeles for close to a decade. Guaranteed to have at least a couple joints that will have the girls throwing ass. If you want to have a good time, Joe Moses should be in rotation. He returns with a project that includes songs that dive a bit deeper into his history and tells of past traumas and relationships that makes him happy to now be making the lighthearted turn of joints we've come to know him for. This is Joe Moses's LA Nights.
I beat the fuck that nigga bitch with all that drip. I call my nigga Reggie Miller cause he don't miss. Me and Punchy back to back, we in the trenches. Thinking about all them killers, it was senseless. Thinking about my nigga Mook, man, I miss him. Free all my niggas locked up and down in prison. 25,000 for a bird if you with it. 42,000 for the heroin, can you get it? I've been hustling all my life, I ain't chillin'. I've been raised by drug dealers and gorillas. I tell my ex-bitch to get up out her feelings. Everybody can't be no goon or no killer. For real. If my niggas starving, I can't buy no chain. Niggas say they know, but don't know my pain. I don't give a fuck about nothing in this game. I want the millions over bitches, fuck fame. I can't buy the rollie if all my niggas broke. And I can't quit now if JM ain't the GOAT. I can't stop now if my mom.
All right, how'd y'all feel when you first listened to this album? We'll start off with Lauren this time.
I liked it. Well, I liked the first half.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's cool. It's fun. Like you said, if you're trying to get the party going, you're trying to get women dancing, people dancing, I throw this on.
It was cool. It wasn't like, I'm a Joe Moses fan for a long time. I don't think compared to what he's dropped before, I don't think it was anything groundbreaking or he's reinventing the wheel. This is cool, like run-of-the-mill LA music to play in the car, maybe. Also, I'm a little disappointed I didn't see Joe Moses at the Kendrick show. Burn Rubber would have went crazy at the Forum. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. It was a cool album. It was whatever. I'm not saying it's like, oh, this was. It's just like not hating on Joe Moses, but this is one of his more forgettable projects in my opinion. I know he took a little hiatus and he came back, but it's whatever. It's not bad though.
Yeah, I like this album. Had a bunch of hits on it in the first half. I like how it slowed down in the second half, and I thought he was gonna get more into, like, there's some personal songs, and then there are other songs that would just slow down, and then he's talking about the same topic.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
There's a lot of sex music.
Yeah.
I'ma fuck you. Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Yeah.
It felt, yeah.
It's just the same. I think I was talking to Hen Dog, and I was just like, yeah, it's the same reason I don't really like a lot of Meg albums, because it's like, it feels like the same shit.
Yeah.
Every time you might get like a different song, like, out there, and you're just like, oh, there we go. This is what I've been looking for. And then right back into.
Yeah.
I'm cool with the same shit. Like, I want to see, like, if you're a horror novel art like Arthur, I wanted you to write that shit, but it's about how you execute it for me.
That's, yeah.
But it was like sounding the same. It was like
over an album, if you're only talking about sex, you're gonna get bored. Like,
nah, because I like when Pusha T talks about dope dealing rap. I don't give a fuck how many times people complain about it. I like when Drake rap makes music about women. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like I'm cool with you making your music.
Is there an artist that only talks about sex that you like their full album?
Probably have to just think about it. I don't know.
Okay, because that's what I'm talking about. Like
this specific topic.
Yeah, sex. Okay. Like, it's like, all right, you getting a little graphic now. It's like I'm trying to drive to work. I mean, I'm in the parking garage.
It's
you know,
fucking 6 o'clock in the morning.
Fuck, look, let me turn this shit down, man.
I got to think about it. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So let's go into favorite songs. Loren, what was your favorite song on this project?
Dang, I can only pick one, huh?
Yeah, only one.
I guess I'll say She Said, the one with Ty Dolla $ign.
Okay, for sure. Let's listen to it real quick.
It's that real life shit, nigga.
Tell all them bitches I'm a freak, I'm a dog, I'm a rat. I'm for everybody giving up them goodies. Tell them next time you feeling vexed, here's my number, gon' text. First lesson, I'm just going in that pussy. She says he's a hoe, he's a slut, he's a freak. Got a different girl every day of the week. Bitch, it don't count if your ass don't ski. I'm just looking for a freak when I'm down in them sheets. I've been running up my bands, I've been fucking on my fans. I've been screaming fuck 12, better catch me if you can. I've been sticking to my plans, I got shooters, no hand. I've been grabbing on my dick, I ain't the one who like to dance. I was down kicking cans, now I'm up, big pride. I say whoa, Kimosabi, big ballin' is my hobby. Buzz them up from the lobby, we on floor 52. I was running through these hoes before you knew what to do. If she suck it like she do, switch him out for a new. I got a bitch named swear she got a lot to prove. I went swimming in her crew, first night it was a move. Hit them all from the back, it's no feeling first rule.
Why was this your favorite song?
I can see it, like, if we all got together and we were outside.
Throw it on.
Yeah. And that sold it for me.
I feel that.
This type of song I want to hear when I'm leaving one spot to go to the after hours spot in the middle, And I'm low-key kind of drunk and I shouldn't be drunk driving. Fuck it, we moving to the next. You know what I mean?
You try to keep the vibe up.
Yeah, exactly.
What about you, James?
I ain't gonna lie. This is either between this, but I'm gonna go with something different. Jump On It with RJ.
Yeah, I almost chose both of these.
I like the beat flip. And Joe Moses and RJ are a great duo.
Little bitch, I paid out of pocket, little bitch. Made my lane with nobody. We rich. Whole LA screaming, stop it, little bitch.
I bet you and your friend on deck. I bought a rollie, I ain't never bought pussy.
I sent the Uber all black like Whoopi. She came over, 2 friends, hoes whooped me. Damn near booked me. Try to throw drops in my drink, take my knots in my chain. And one eye open, what you thought, bitch, I'm RJ. Say them games for a trick on a hard day.
And all them hoes want beef like it's RB. Tell them bitches they can call me. I ain't fucking with no kids with that ID. I get vanished on that pussy, ain't no IG. My bitch best friend is my side piece.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Slide on a dick like you jump on a pole.
I got 7, 8, 9, 10.
I forgot about it.
I just peeped this nigga said my bitch best friend is my side piece. That's crazy as fuck.
What you like most about this song?
It's just a banger, man. I like the flip of the sample, the jump on it. RJ and Joe Moses are a great duo. They hardly miss, man. I love these two together. For sure. They just complement each other so well, and they usually go back and forth.
Yeah.
Like they play tennis, not like, oh, I'm gonna say my verse, you say your verse. They like go back and forth, and I really think they complement each other well, yeah. RJ's high pitch energy, and then Joe Moses old school brim, pop, like blood, voice or whatever. I don't know, they're dope together.
Yeah, shout out to Mr. LA. My favorite song was Brim Talk.
It's that real life shit, nigga.
I'm back, Lil Joe. No more Joe Moses. I'm back, Lil Joe of the WAP. That nigga Joe Moses left. For real. I'm on that shit. Quit all that faking in your rap, you wasn't outside. Every time my niggas slide, a nigga mama cry. Every time them niggas came, we went back tripping. Can't ever speak on my brimming if you wasn't brimming. Quit all that faking in your rap, you wasn't outside. Every time my niggas slide, a nigga mama cry. Every time them niggas came, we went back tripping. Can't ever speak on my brimming if you wasn't brimming. Every time them niggas came, we went right back. Stop all that cap in your rap, you ain't like that. I can't fuck with no homies who be saving rats. When you be talking on computers, we be toting max. Never react to no bitch, I can't trust those. You see me chunking up the deuce like it's 94. You see me chunking up the foe like I'm KC. You know I rock with 5 niggas down in JG. You know I ain't the one to play with when most strap. You know I'm gon' go bananas if you touch flag. You know I rock with Baby Bone like my daddy did. I miss the big homie Bop like I miss Ken. Free all the troops on the yard, free them out the pen. We drink nests in the set, we don't fuck with gin. I brim alone, brim strong, I don't need friends. Go on your first damn mission, you become a man.
It's that real life shit, nigga.
All right, so that was my favorite song. I think you mentioned it while we were listening to it. Sounds a lot like Mozzie. I just like that he was talking about something else, you know, especially at that point in the project. You know,
It's towards the end of the album.
yeah, third to last song. Talking about his life, how he came up, what he used to be, you know, getting into. And yeah, it was just a good vibe. I like the storytelling on it. Showed a different side to him as an artist, which I feel like a lot of artists that are in his box don't normally get to show us because they're so like pressed to always make sure that they have another hit that's in the club and things of that nature. So, you know, it was nice to hear. It was nice to hear, essentially. So can't talk about just the good things. Let's talk about the bad things. What song are you deleting off this project?
I'm deleting Excited.
Excited? Okay.
Yeah. The song right after, Got Motion, is fire. Like both songs are like sex songs. And then I think there's another like maybe 1 or 2 sex songs before Excited.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, there's a lot of sex songs on here. At least get rid of the whack, like the least interesting one. So that's why I'm landing on Excited.
What about you, Lauren?
I picked 5 a.m.
5 a.m.? Okay.
Yeah.
Why 5 a.m.?
I think it was one of the sex songs that I just didn't like.
I like Joe Moses when he talk about gangster shit. I ain't trying to hear about his, sexcapades.
Yeah.
I don't even remember. I couldn't tell you what line I heard, but like I think it made me like lock into the song and then look at the phone and be like, oh, I don't like this, and then like turn it off.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
I'll actually play it. I usually don't play songs to delete, but to your point, only because I know it's in the beginning of the song I'm deleting is She the Shit. And again, a sex song is just like, I don't want to hear about this, bro. Like you getting a little detail.
It's too much.
Talking about
like you in the studio like that talking with all, like
I know his engineer hates him. Hates to see him go, he comes JM.
Joe Moses makes music for niggas, but he's his like that's what his main fan base is. But he's making like a lot of music to try to turn on women. So that's where it's like conflicts with each other.
It's weird. To me.
You gon' argue with me and get your pussy ate. I like to make a bitch nut before I penetrate. I like to coming on my fingers, then I demonstrate.
This is just a lot, bro.
It's like, I can't do this. I can't do this, bro.
I'm cool with one of these on the album, but it was like 4 or 5 of these, bro. It's like, all right,
that was track 12. We went through 11 tracks of that shit. It was all the same topic. I was like, all right, bro, I can't do it.
Maybe it's supposed to be like LA nights. Supposed to be like, this is what a LA night feels like, or maybe I'm on my late night in the city. Maybe this is like this thematic thing going on.
It's so like in your face.
This that real life shit, nigga.
All right, let's go into ratings out of 10.
I give it a 5.
5.
5 is like an average album, like in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay. If that's the average, I'm gonna give it a 5.
5. I'm giving it a 6.8. So divide by 3, 5.6.
Yeah, just because I liked the first half, didn't like the second half.
Average
Yeah.
album. It's okay. It's not bad.
Yeah. The reason why and to explain like the ratings, what I gave the Marias versus what I gave to Joe Moses. Personally, I see myself going back to the Joe Moses album way more than going back to the Maria's album. And that's kind of where that's kind of where I like skew it when it comes to certain things like that.
They're like indie artists, so like more.
I do listen to indie though.
I know.
Like, but yeah. All right.
They popped off because they had a. Oh, I'm on a trip, so probably no, because they're not gonna play that song. I looked up the set list. I've seen them twice before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I just wanted to go to hear this album live.
All right, let's go into guest choice. Do you guys have any topics that you want to talk about? Because I have talked about everything I want to talk about today.
Oh yeah, I have a question. So I was watching. I don't know if y'all watched I love the Olympics. This is my favorite sporting event, specifically USA basketball. Out of baseball, NBA, college sports, my favorite sporting event ever to watch is USA basketball. Like I just like seeing African American men, because I'm one, dominate the world, and there's one thing that we're really good at. And to lose in basketball, like get your ass whooped, it's kind of like demeaning. Like you're getting dunked on and crossed over and you're shot blocked. So I just like seeing Black American men shit on the world. Anyway.
I could see that.
Yeah, I just love USA basketball. Anyway, obviously, I don't know if you haven't seen it, but y'all saw LeBron. He was the flag bearer for this year.
When they came in on the boat?
Yeah, he's the first ever basketball player for USA to be the flag bearer. Mm-hmm. And this motherfucker just looked like he founded America. Like it was raining. He looked like George Washington on that one painting and all that, and it just looked so dramatic. And he was the only one wearing a cream suit while everybody's wearing like dark navy. You know what I mean? So he just stood out, this big mouth. It just looked so patriotic and dramatic. And somebody on basketball Twitter asked, I think they were joking, is LeBron the greatest American of all time? And I thought it was like it's a joke. But then I thought about it. I was like, that's not that crazy of a question. So then I thought, who is the greatest American?
It is kind of a crazy question.
Who's the greatest? Because my thought process was, now LeBron hasn't had the impact of like Malcolm X or MLK or Barack Obama. I get that.
Or Muhammad Ali, if you want to go into sports.
So, but then I thought about it. LeBron is the quintessential American because he came from nothing, self-made billionaire, no scandals, even though America's full of scandals. Like America's like quote unquote about diversity. He's not a white guy. Everything about LeBron, like he just looks like everything about him looks like American greatness. You get what I'm saying? So that I was like, that's not crazy. So I started thinking, who is the greatest American of all time? And my answer, just slightly, was Muhammad Ali. I think Muhammad Ali, everything I said, but at a critical time. Like that, we needed him when we needed him. And he brought swagger to sports. He made it like he was as political as he was, like cool. He transcended his sport.
He wasn't scared to speak on topics.
He went to prison for saying, fuck, I'm not going to the military. So I got Muhammad Ali, but I have LeBron up there. You know what I mean? So I want to ask y'all, who do y'all think is the greatest, most quintessential American of all time?
I would have to think about it. I'll have an answer for you when you come back.
Yeah, I don't have an answer either.
Damn,
let me do my research.
This is going to be a good... Yeah. I think that's a good question, though. Like, who's the greatest American ever?
Yeah, because this is one of those questions where if I say an answer, like the moment you guys leave, I'm like, I should have said this, or I should have said that.
What about I think right now, I don't think it's crazy to say LeBron might be like the greatest American alive right now. He's that nigga right now.
Over Obama?
I give it to I give it to LeBron right now.
If Obama steps into a room and LeBron steps into a room, I think Obama probably gets more love.
See Obama. It's like some people either love him or hate him because you're gonna have the far right and like fuck Democrats and fuck black people. Then you got like my homies, like I don't know if you know my nigga Kenzie, but the super duper pro black. So
the one that's inside the group chat.
Yeah, Obama dropped drones and bombs, and he's not like, you know what I mean? Like both. Yeah, I get it. Like that's valid. So I'm saying like
every president does, by the way.
Every president does, but what I'm saying is like
it's like a prerequisite to become president. You gotta commit
to be a war criminal. Yeah,
yeah, because it's not really you. You're just a figurehead that's gonna be behind it.
My point is Obama, as great, and I love Obama. he's kind of a little bit more controversial than LeBron and a little bit more divisive, and that's just due to the nature of his job. I think LeBron is more respected globally than Barack Obama, maybe. At least right now.
Globally, I think if you go into an international room, like it's the fucking president, bro. I'm sorry.
Well,
it's
you know what? Fuck globally. We're talking about American
you
shit.
said globally. You introduced that.
That's why I'm correcting myself by saying that. I'm not like attacking you what you said.
Okay.
I'm saying, you know what? I take back what I said. Like,
don't you hate when you get like a good point off in the argument and then they start backtracking? They're like, never mind. Let's.
You made a good point.
Let's stop.
But it's American biz. Fuck what the mother niggas saying right now. I'll say LeBron right now. I think LeBron up there. Barack Obama's up there too. It's either those two for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's just hard not to say Obama. I mean, with everything that LeBron did, he wasn't even like the biggest figure in his own sport. Like if Kobe was still alive, he'd be bigger.
I don't know about that. I think,
bro, Kobe went to China and had like a mass of people
we're
fumbling.
Talking about global shit. Kobe's bigger globally than LeBron.
But all right, so like if you think about the greatest, just anyone of all times when it comes to their nation, like if we start talking about the greatest Jamaicans of all time, who's the first person you're gonna think of? Bob
Marley.
Okay, so it's not gonna be people that aren't known outside of their country.
But if a Jamaican were to say, that's a predictable answer. This person is actually we regard as like, and then I would like defer to their answer. I think like when I think of like America and the American dream, I think LeBron fits that quintessential American dream build more than Kobe did. Kobe's more like kind of international than me. His upbringing was more international. He was pretty flawed as much as I love Kobe. He's probably my favorite celebrity ever.
I think Kobe was more popular than LeBron.
I'm not talking about popularity. What
are we talking about?
I'm talking about who's the greatest quintessential American of all time, like at least right now, like alive or whatever. You're saying that if Kobe was alive, he would have LeBron beat. I think LeBron's story and who he is fits the American dream thing better than Kobe because Kobe's more international.
But you were talking about likability. You brought up likability.
I think that's a component, but I think there's a bunch of different components to it. And I'm talking about like pure like this category, American. I think LeBron is more quote unquote American than Kobe because Kobe was super international.
I think it's hard to take away likability on it because this is something that you would have to take a poll on, and people are going to choose who they like more. And I
think likability is a part of it, but I don't think it's the end all.
I'm pretty sure most people would vote Kobe over LeBron. Like, who do you think would win in the?
I think LeBron would win.
Hasn't this been like an ongoing?
Well, that's smart. Who's a better basketball player?
That's who's better basketball player. But they were like, who would you rather spend like a day with?
I think LeBron is more American than Kobe. Like, I think he's way more American than Kobe. Kobe loved soccer. He was spending time in Italy. He grew up in Italy. I think LeBron's just way more.
If you become well traveled, does that make you less American?
No, I'm not saying that. I think
because Kobe was well traveled.
I think it makes you appreciate other countries more and see the flaws in America.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I think
LeBron is more rooted in America than Kobe. Like that's why I give him an edge over Kobe.
But I'm gonna tap back out of this because
I mean, talk about it.
No, I don't have nothing to contribute.
You could say somebody else.
And also, America's about picking yourself, quote unquote, picking yourself up by your bootstraps. Not to say Kobe didn't grind and work for what he had, but he come from a 2-parent household where one of his dad was an NBA player. Rest in peace, Jelly Bean Bryant.
About to get into.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I think LeBron's story is just like ridiculous. It's just crazy. It's just like the true American dream. Like what he did is just inspirational.
I guess. Have you ever heard of Francis Ngannou?
Yeah, shout out to Francis Ngannou.
He traveled because he's from Cameroon, right?
Yeah.
He's a UFC fighter. He traveled all the way from Cameroon.
Homeless, nothing,
like literally hiding in planes. Like if we're gonna use the pull yourself up by the bootstraps rhetoric, like he was hiding in planes. He came through Paris and just like made his way into America.
This girl sucks. I'm sorry.
I was like, hello. I forgot your TV's on. But yeah, he came to America and then started fighting, and then he moved up in ranking really quickly because he's a fucking phenomenal fighter. And they also weren't paying him. Fuck you, Dana White. Now he's a boxer.
He was an MMA fighter. Now he's a boxer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he wants money. Because UFC fighters don't get paid and they don't get benefits for real.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Fun fact. See, I know things sometimes.
I feel like that's the most taxing sport.
You know a lot of things. Yeah. It doesn't even have to be just sports. I think he just means like in general, like who's the greatest American.
I guess because, like I said, if we're using that rhetoric, like, because he's saying LeBron has a crazy story, he was the first person I thought of that has a crazy story also. Like, I heard him talk about it on a podcast, and I was like, whoa.
Word.
I mean, Jeff Bezos has a crazy story.
All right.
All the time,
We're done. We're done.
Niggas told him that his business idea was trash, was selling books out of his garage. And
and Lil Wayne was selling mixtapes out his back. Like, what?
Oh, okay, my bad. We were literally just talking about pulling yourself up by your bootstraps and having like the odds stacked against you. And this nigga became the richest person in the world.
My takeaway
off
from
an idea that niggas were shitting on.
No, that's
Amazon?
a fact. Yeah, Amazon. He's white. He's a white man.
Yeah. Fuck that guy.
No, Jeff Bezos that's not a bad example. I think Muhammad Ali all time is the greatest American ever though. I think he just sparked a lot of I think I got Muhammad Ali, but alive is either Obama or LeBron to me.
Yeah, all time. I don't have an answer. I have to actually think about it.
That's even easier at all time.
Greatest American of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a hard answer. There's a lot of people that did a lot of work behind the scenes in the civil rights era. If you want to go like even before that, like, are we gonna discount like people like Madam C.J. Walker? If you want to talk about pulling yourself up from the bootstraps,
that's another
like,
person you can talk about. Yeah,
like there's a lot of options all time. So I think that is like would actually be more difficult than like currently.
Oh, you're just saying there's too many options.
Yeah,
so it's hard to pick.
Yeah. So yeah. Anything else you guys would like to speak on, talk about?
Shout out to a big forehead bitch. You're a baddie.
Who?
No one in particular.
My bad.
Women with big foreheads.
I'm sorry.
I know you just didn't imply that Loren is the B word.
All right, here we go.
Gotcha.
Hot takes. We got to do hot takes.
Non-derogatory. If you have hot takes,
hottest of takes.
You guys have hot
takes?
takes?
You had a hot take, right? You think Yachty? You said Yachty's.
Wait, don't say it for her, bro. What you?
Just like a man to speak over.
Wait, I didn't speak over you because we weren't talking.
All right.
To try and speak for me.
Let's chill.
Real life shit.
All right, let's reorganize. Do you guys have hot takes?
Do you have a hot take, friend?
Not right now.
Do you have a hot take? I don't have a hot take.
I can save it for when we all have hot takes.
Okay.
Wait, I want to hear it because if you at least somebody has one.
I mean, is it by force? That's what my mom always says.
Is it by force?
All right, if you want to share, no.
That's cute. No, I can share it. I guess I'll say I
just say hot take first.
Hot take. According to James, I believe that Lil Yachty is contributing to what's wrong with music now. What's quote unquote wrong with music nowadays, according to him, because he thinks that music is trash, rap music is trash nowadays. But I think he contributes to that.
How so?
To preface this, I don't believe that rap music is trash nowadays. There's so many artists that are doing so good within the industry as far as sound wise. If you think that music is trash nowadays, you need to dig deeper and stop listening to what you hear on fucking TikTok or some shit. I just think Yachty is pretentious, and he fucking started listening to Tame Impala, and now all of a sudden he thinks he's better than all these other rappers because he's a little more indie. There's been rappers who've been doing that for forever, and then I don't know if he said this, but I don't want to say it because I don't know to be like firm in this, but I know he brought out Ian recently at a show, and it's just like we want to gatekeep rap and keep it authentic. Like no, I don't like Ian.
Okay.
And here he is. How are you gonna say rappers aren't doing a good job and they're ruining rap, and then you bring
someone out that's cosplaying what they're doing?
Exactly. It's like you're being fucking hypocritical. So you're contributing to what's wrong with rap because you're endorsing this. But
okay,
I still don't think that's a hot take. But he said it.
Because I used to think very lowly of Yachty, and now like
because his music isn't that good.
As of the past 3 years, I would say I've been like.
Yeah, he's improved greatly. He's improved artistically,
and I like that. Not even just like he's doing one thing. He'll hop on a gangsta ass Detroit rap song, then hop on an LA song, then he'll hop on some alternative shit.
The LA songs that he hops on, he does like a bad job though. I wouldn't. I thought it might fit because of like he does well on the Detroit, and it's kind of like cousins like beat wise and flow wise. But I heard the YG shit. I was just like, dang, you got the worst verse on here. And then the Mustard shit that just came out.
What about Rimble?
Oh, is he
on rapping with Rimble?
But That's
That
like
shit was hard.
that's a niche. I wouldn't even call that like LA rap. That's just that's Rembo.
Rembo's very
Rembo's
LA.
LA.
Rembo's aggressive.
Rembo is LA, but Rembo's style of rap wouldn't be like the signifier of LA rap. Like
get what you're saying.
Rembo raps like Rembo.
Rembo.
Like
I
he
see what
doesn't
you're
doesn't rap like an LA artist. He raps like
I see what
Rembo.
you're
I think Rembo raps as if he's talking like an LA nigga. When I'm listening to Rembo rap, it just sounds like I'm talking to an LA nigga. You know what I mean? And
Like
Rembo raps like he's got a clipboard and he's reading off that clipboard like it's a checklist.
like I don't even know
very
if you
matter
guys
of
would be
fact.
able to tell me 3 other people that rap like Rembo.
Oh no, I couldn't.
That's why I'm saying that's not. I wouldn't say he's good. Yachty's good at LA rap because he rapped with Rembo.
I'll say this: if I heard Rembo rap and and you can just put a generic beat on, it doesn't have to be an LA like type of beat, and I heard Rembo's voice and rapping his words, I'd be like, this isn't clearly an LA artist. Like this is clear. Like even though it's niche to whatever the fuck his style is, this is an LA ass nigga right here. Like this is how LA niggas talk. Like this is like they say words that is like
with the certain cadence.
yeah, certain
I feel you.
cadence. They're very not articulate, but like we don't like shortcut our words a lot. You know what I'm saying?
I think you could tell that he's from LA.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
You guys
saying
are saying the same thing.
Yeah.
he's very LA to me because he's clearly an LA nigga. Like,
But I wouldn't say Yachty hopping on that shows that Yachty could rap with LA niggas.
my point of bringing up like whatever the LA shit, I was like listing like even whether Yachty's good at it or not, whether you like it or not, Yachty's like okay, like I can tell Yachty hopping on different shit. Like he's like now it's different when Drake does it to me and when Yachty does it.
Because you don't like Drake.
No, because like Drake does.
We don't.
I think Drake does it,
Which is fine.
I think Drake
but
comes from an indie.
He also likes Ian, but he
Let me-
doesn't
hold
like
on, let me
Drake.
say my point. My point is that when Drake does it, it's almost like he's the same way politicians will campaign and Joe Biden would sit down with the black family, eat fried chicken, to show like, hey, I'm cool with the black people too. You should vote for me. I think Yachty, and I don't have any proof of I'm not following these niggas' interviews and careers like that. I think Yachty just hops on like, I'm a fan of this type of shit. I want to get on it. Not to even be popular. I just want a hand in this just because it's cool and I'm a fan of it. And he touches another thing. He touches another thing. You get what I'm saying? I think Drake kind of does it to like campaign and politic and to like win different. Like when he goes to the Bay Area to perform in the Bay Area, he did that bullshit as like dance to like Mac Dre's Thizzle dance. Like he's kind of being performed. Yeah, he went up there and they played Mac Dre and he started dancing.
I didn't see
and
that.
He got fake hyphy. To me, that's a little performative. To where Yachty might just collab with the random Bay Area rapper and just make a
Because
song on one of his.
I see what you're saying.
So that's where it's a little different for me.
Y'all gonna make me cape for Drake. If you're at a club and if you're at a club and Mac Dre song, I've been at the club with you, so I already know the answer.
Okay.
What are you gonna do?
That's not what I'm not talking. There's a difference between
Like sometimes if I'm in the Bay and I'm performing and they start playing Mac Dre, why would I not?
EJ.
It's kind of like one of those
Drake
things.
wasn't at the
It's like-
club and they played Mac Dre. If Drake was at the club and they played Mac Dre, started dancing, cool.
Nigga, if you on stage and they play
DJ,
Mac Dre,
my
you
point-
even more
my-
going to.
No, what
We're
Drake was
saying
doing,
names.
what
We're getting
Drake was doing
serious.
during this tour, he was going to different cities around America and playing their region shit to rile up the audience and to like win cool points with them. Now, if I'm on stage and I was like, I'm going to travel across the world or the country or whatever, and when I go to Harlem, put on Dipset. When I go to Atlanta, put on Young Joe Shoulderlean. When I go to the Bay Area, put on Mac Dre. It's like that's a little performative. Now, if I'm already up there and then the DJ plays Mac Dre randomly, I don't even fucking know. I'm like, hey, yeah, this is my shit, whatever. But like to do that, that's strategic and that's like really campaigning to me.
So let's say you go to the Maria show with Loren and they play Not Like Us.
That's not what I'm talking about, bro.
Well, how is it not the same thing?
I'm an audience member. I'm not on fucking stage. Of course,
No,
I'm
saying the Marias is playing it. How do you feel about the Marias playing Not Like Us and at their LA show? That's what I'm asking. We're talking about the artists,
Well,
bro.
they're from LA, right?
No, she's from Atlanta.
She's from Atlanta.
She's Puerto Rican, but
he's
she's
from LA.
If they played that shit, I'd be like, that's kind of weird and off-putting, like that. But if I saw the Marias playing Not Like Us at different whatever places, then I'd be like, okay, maybe they just want to get that off. But if they're traveling and playing shit specifically for that region, trying to gain popularity points, I would think that's a bit forced and performative.
I think it's smart of artists to play some of the biggest songs that those regions have.
It's smart to campaign, yeah.
I don't know about campaigning, but it's like, yo, I know music, I know my history. If I'm going to a certain city, like if I'm going to Memphis, I might tell the DJ, hey, yo, throw some 3-6 on, bro. I fuck with 3-6. And it's like, I'm in Memphis. This is a city. Let's play this shit.
Yes. It is campaigning because you're pandering to that said specific region. So they like you, they may check you out more. but also, like if for example, I went to a music festival, I saw Krungbin, and they're like a psychedelic kind of like funk band, right? With a black bassist. Hello, or is he the drummer? I don't remember. Anyways, but they played the instrumental of it was a Snoop Dogg song. I'm losing it right now.
Juice.
No, it's slower.
Can I give an example? This what I don't like. Like you know.
Let her
my
finish.
bad. I thought she finished her point. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off.
but like I mean, they did it because they're in LA. Snoop's from LA, right?
Yeah.
Duh. Like, so they did it to pander to the area.
Yeah.
Because it makes sense. You guys are kind of
you
just
know,
got meat in the middle.
like I say with me, right? Me personally, like everybody knows like my interest. Like I like sports, LA nigga, whatever. Like so when non-LA people send me some bait, like they'll DM me and send me like a video of a lowrider, and I'll be like, okay, cool. I guess I've seen these 3 billion. I don't really care. It's like, oh look, this is a thing that you like. Look, this is your thing, right? Look here. It's like, nigga, like send me something that's actually kind of interesting. Like I get it, like you're trying to like relate to me, but it's just like it's like you're trying to. Oh wow, a lowrider! I'm so glad he showed me that. It's like, nigga, that's what Drake is giving when he goes to these different places. Be like, look, Harlem Dipset. It's like, nigga, we know who the fuck Dipset is. Like, this is very like forced and pandery. You know what I mean?
Every artist does this. By the
Like
way.
that's why I don't. Like, I would never.
Every artist.
I would.
As
I
someone
don't.
who goes to a lot of
Not
shows.
every artist does not do that.
Most artists, their DJs are going to play exact like that region's like almost everybody.
Cool, maybe an opener, maybe like a guest.
You go to a
act.
lot of shows. You could speak to it.
Maybe a guest act. It just comes off disingenuous.
Drake's just the biggest artist in the world, so it's more, I guess, accessible to other people singing it. But every artist does this.
I don't think Michael Jackson was pandering when he brought the Crips out to whatever, like to his videos or whatever. And like I don't think like just because you're the biggest artist, like I think there's
you say you don't think he was?
No, like not to me. It didn't come off as disingenuous. It came off as like
Wasn't he affiliated?
Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
I heard a like a slight low key rumor about that too.
Yeah.
But anyway, Yachty's a huge artist too. Not as big as Drake or Michael Jackson, obviously.
talking
But
about,
like
man?
Yachty comes off more like oh, I'm just a fan of this shit, so I'm gonna hop on. Anyway, my point is I fuck with Yachty because he just made a lot of improvement, and I fuck with that he's like not afraid to dive into different types of shit. You know what I mean? And it sounds good to me. Like
I think that's great. I see where you're saying that he comes from a place of curiosity and and wanting to be a part of that just because he's interested in it. But I personally don't like how he develops like a superiority complex because he likes different.
See, I never looked at it that way. I never even thought he thought of himself as superior.
Yeah, because he talks down on, like I said, he talks down on the state of rap a lot. And it's like, okay, just because you like something a little different doesn't mean you're better than the next person who may like something a little more mainstream or whatever, or make something that sounds a little more mainstream. It's like when an old head talks about a mumble rapper.
And to clear it up, I'm not an Ian fan, y'all. I don't know where this. I like that one song that he has. I don't know where this is like. I'll say this about Ian, and he is a bit. He does come off like a bit like culture vulture-ish for sure, because the music he makes and how he looks. I think it would be even worse if he dressed and like performed in videos like he was trying to be a nigga. He wears like a normal white boy white t-shirt and some pants.
He dresses like Lil Yachty currently does.
From that one video, but outside of that, when I think he just dressed like a white boy.
That's his fit every time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So it's like that's not. It would be worse if this nigga was wearing big ass puffer jackets and Jordans and a gold grill and braided his hair and shit like that.
I mean, that would be stereotypical, but he dresses like what Atlantans are dressing like right now.
Is he? I think he just dressed like a frat white boy. He looks like a Fullerton white boy to me.
With the baggy jeans and the Timbs?
To me, every time I see him, aside from that one video that just dropped last night, literally aside from that.
What about when he was going on stage with Yachty?
I didn't see that.
He was trying to do the Yachty thing.
I just literally saw. I only see him wearing the most plain clothes ever, like some fucking cardigan pants, some bummy ass t-shirt, shoes, and a polo shirt.
Cardigan pants.
Yeah, he don't dress like a white guy. He don't dress like no Fullerton white dude.
Watch the Magic Johnson video. He looks just like a normal white nigga. Like he doesn't look like a nigga to me at all.
But let's jump to Past Ox.
Past Ox.
Oh yay.
James.
Speaking of Yachty.
Oh.
Song name, artist, any features that might be on the artist.
Kardashians by Doughboy featuring Yachty and Lil Tyler.
Shout out to Doughboy.
Shout out Lil Tyler.
And Yachty and Lil Tyler.
ATL Jacob, he a fucking millionaire.
First off, they need a free BG about that slammer. They think I'm sweet cause I don't tote guns on camera. I run through pints, I pour up falls and phantom. Pour falls. I get all my drugs from the same nigga, know that it's clean. It's a real Tesla, I don't pop no $5 beans. But I hop out and get the spraying like he shot me the green. Shit ain't what it seems, dog, I mean it. Niggas, it's not authentic, dog, I seen it. It's not authentic. Shoot an extra mile just for my penis. All I hang around is baby demons. All these bitches tryna try me, I'ma just go and sell the semen. Almost 30, then that touch the scams. Bitch, you ain't fly all them outfit skims. The bandana burgundy cause it brands. 50 cent SL, no bird game, miss him.
You ain't fly, that ain't Chanel, bitch, you go shop on Skims. Don't knock you cause you shop at Skims, bitch, don't act like you trim. Feel like Kylie, Chris, Chloe, I got K's like I'm Kim. I'm from Cleveland, not some shits and put me on with Kendall. Real nigga said he can't cause he fuck with her nigga. Dunk on the op like Ben Simmons when I come through and spin him. Slime on my bitch, I been thuggin', pull a dump out the window. My oppa sweet bitch, I don't feel him, I sleep on Gucci pillow. Pull up shoe and think I won't, but bitch, I will like I'm Willow. Fresh that Prince RP Lil Will, I told that bitch to bend over. Hard to walk, my pockets heavy, I fuck around and tip over. Chose they side, but he wasn't ready, switching made him switch over. Finesse don't know a nigga cold, all I do is get over. My eyes cold like Minnesota, stack my racks to my shoulder. I shot and gun you down in public, clap you at Kroger. So that little bitch that come over, just might cop you a rover. If she block me, put a walkie in a pineapple soda. You gon' cry inside this Bentley or that bro nigga's shoulder. Not like Joe Bro, not from Cincy, bitch knows that where I post her. Took her and her friends out on the trip, I told Yachty put that boat up.
Still rapping by the 10 ball, boy that shit ain't nothing. All my haters, I can't stand y'all, y'all gotta stop that bluffing. Hey, if it ain't by them bands, dawg, then it ain't no discussion. So damn thick can't get her pants off, my bitch got that muffin. She can't even get them britches off, my bitch she too thick. I done ran her so much digits, dawg, I think I'm too rich. I swear I got so many bitches, dawg, I can't even pick. If we locked in, ain't no switching, dawg, bitch you gotta stick. Yeah, bitch I get up on that mic and make this shit look easy. Ballin' on these niggas just like Mike, they need the 23 me. Niggas steady tryna steal my flow, I think they wanna be me. I done ran up so much fucking dough, I kinda feel like Beezy. Diamond skin on my chain, I swear this shit look like a blizzard. My little nigga, he insane, he like to poof shit like a wizard. She make me mad, I'm quick to cut a bitch off like go get the scissors. Don't take my bitch, but I low-key be fucking with her sister.
That is Kardashians by Doughboy, featuring Lil Yachty and Lil Tyler.
All right, Loren. Song name, artist, any features?
Good Luck Babe is the song name by Chapel Roan, just herself.
Is it pronounced Chapel? I've been saying Chappelle.
No, it's Chapel.
All right, Chapel. All right, say less.
It's fine, it's cool. You can say that we ain't nothing, but you know the truth. And guess I'm the fool with their arms out like an angel through the car sunroof. I don't wanna call it off, but you don't wanna call it love. You only wanna be the one that I call baby. Concussion, boys and boys shoot another shot to stop the feeling.
That was Good Luck, Babe by Chapel Roan.
Shout out to Chapel Roan.
I like how the song
To all my girls.
chopped and screwed towards the end.
Yeah, when it slows down. It's cool.
She kind of reminds me a little bit of like Lady Gaga.
I could see when she was first starting. Yeah.
And some
or her art pop era.
A little bit Lorde too.
Yeah.
Mine is Paper Route, Blast, and 2 Chainz.
Roll camera and action.
Why she keep on texting me, said put the time in. Know this paper out ain't stopping, I decide when. You know you stuck inside that ground when you decline friends. Yeah, it's too late for you to sign in. You know how many in my circle win if I win. Bet they wish they would've never let my guys in. You know you stuck inside that ground when you decline friends. It's too late for you to sign in. Yeah, well connected. You can't do too much about it, but respect it. I keep running to this money, that my fetish. It keep coming times I wonder where my head went. Yeah. Okay, the 6 tape, summers, then ran up numbers. The sniping money, easy like OKC Thunder. Them love songs, really got bitch thinking I love them. My trust gone, I ain't even picking up for my cousin. Okay, my baby sport, riding, she planted both my seeds. My juveniles, hot boy, 500 degrees. And what's new? Counting me out, made them believe. And guess who? Foot on their necks, now they can't breathe. Yeah, well connected. Give a fuck about what a broke nigga suggested. Compound interest, got my interest in investments. Road to riches, bitch, I still ain't hit my exit yet. Why she keep on texting me, said put the time in. Know this paper out ain't stopping, I decide when. You know you stuck inside that ground when you decline friends. Yeah, it's too late for you to sign in. You know how many in my circle win if I win. Bet they wish they would've never let my guys in. You know you stuck inside that ground when you decline friends. It's too late for you to sign in.
Escobar owner, went to Candyland, yeah, I got some ones on me. VC fun toning. If you see me by myself, I got a gun on me. Though my wrist look like a disco ball at prom, don't it? When you mention me, just speak about the evolution. Women selling pussy, can't invest in prostitution. Went to Bugcat to meet the Neiman Marcus booster. When you rich, your pillowcase surrounding them Medusa. Yeah, I like it when it's tight, but I'ma make it looser. Round 100 through the counter and let that seduce her. Young Massa Musa. Got a gold toilet bowl to take a number.
Yeah. That's Paper Route, Blast, and 2 Chainz. We talked about a lot today. We delved into politics. We talked about some heartbreaking shit with Sonya Massey, who should still be alive. And then, we talked about music because this is a music podcast. But regardless of what we did talk about, at the end of the day, kept it real, which is why we're the Real Life Shit podcast. So I'm gonna end it the same way I do every single time. No shot glass though, because it's pretty early in the day. So keep it real all time and all time. Keep it real. Yurt.
You're listening to The Real Life Shit. The Real Life Shit. The Real Life Shit.
The Real Life Shit podcast. Hey, this that real life shit, nigga. You see how